What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Cocteau Twins. So once again, big shout out to Doug, who had sent me the disc for Treasure, as well as to all the folks involved in the Cocteau Twins deep dive. And the next tune on the album is another female name. It's Amelia. Once again, shout out to Mark, who had shared a YouTube video with Elizabeth Fraser being interviewed and talking about songwriting. And, right at the outset, she says that, she would look through dictionaries and books for words that were in languages she didn't understand, which is even more interesting to me. Choosing words for sounds and, picking phonetic sequences that perhaps, allow you to express, the creativity that is part of the larger tune. But it, specifically choosing words either from languages you don't understand, or maybe languages that but a word or phrase that you weren't familiar with. I find that fascinating. But more to the point here, it's another female name, so again, whether or not we're in the Cocteau Twins deep dive, names are notoriously, unless it's a very specific real world reference, they're neither here nor there in terms of what it might be about. It's it's a starting point, it's a reference. Either way, I am curious if the feel of this album and sort of the the development toward a brighter and more shimmering type of sound relative to the haunted, brooding sound of garlands. Nevertheless, let's hear what it is. This is Amelia by Cocteau Twins on their I'm suddenly forgetting, is it 85? I have the 91 reissue, 84, apologies. But yes, here we go. Cocteau Twins, Amelia from the 1984 album, Treasure. A synth melody done in a vocal. It's heavy in this section. In a way, that felt like the most cyclonic and dizzying tune of them all, not in a bad way. Again, there was a moment where it felt a bit heavy and darker, but then, when the vocals came back in, it sort of dispelled that. And for most of the tune, it felt like we were constantly like going up and up and up with those vocals. It was like pulling the rest of the track upward. And ultimately the bright and again sort of shining or shimmering sonics sort of like, again, they sort of followed the lead of what it felt like her vocals were doing. So another one where it's singing, it's unlike most singing I've ever heard. Not that I haven't heard non like lyrical, at least in a more significant sense, melodic singing. Not that I haven't heard sort of repetitive, cyclical like singing, but I just nothing like this. Elizabeth Fraser is in an avenue of her own vocally, and this one again, it had a very distinct quality to it compared to some of the others where it seemed like it was. I was kind of just following it wherever it went. This one, it felt like there was deliberate direction, like upward. Nevertheless, I do look forward to hearing people comment. Oftentimes there's either a particular posting of the lyrics such as they are, or there's like debate. Like certainly when I was going through Garlands, I remember there were like comments such as, the Cocteau fans don't agree on exactly what is being said here or what the syllables are. So it is a really fascinating aspect of their music where, again, like, even though I've been listening to different forms of music from the time I was a youth, the time of my like formative years and my teen years, I was listening to punk rock, which, there's an instrumental every now and then, but by and large, they're songs with multiple verses, like 8-line chorus or whatever. There's a lot going on lyrically. So engaging with music that is lyrical or vocal, and on some level lyrical, but not lyrical in the same way. It's been really fascinating for me, which is again I think why like I've been in this occasional dialogue with Mark about Cocteau Twins specifically, but I suppose also just the choice of words in general, because again it's a name. It could be any name. It could be Gertrude, or it could be Sally, or whatever. It could be any name. So I'm always just interested by why one word is picked versus another. So inevitably my brain will come at it from a certain angle, but it has been very enlightening. So once again, shout out to Mark for commenting in that regard and also sharing that YouTube video. Nevertheless, when we come back the next time, in the moment, I don't remember what the tune will be, but it's Aloysius, okay. That is not a proper name I'm familiar with, but I will look forward to that. In any case, let me know what you think of this tune as well as the album overall. It is interesting hearing, like, given how many releases they have, different EPs and so on. I've heard a handful of different opinions about, what their best period is, what their specific best release is, some notably different opinions. So it does seem, even within Cocteau Twins, there's a sort of dizzying array of perspectives to behold. So either way, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.